Hello and welcome to SOUQ Sports. It's that beautiful Friday, and for those that are looking forward to, thank God it's Friday. Ours started on Thursday, so hey, we're here live SOUQ News. Remember, we are all about positive programming when it comes to SOUQ News, and we will tell you this: whatever your products are, that even comes for our introduction. Bring it here, and the world will hear about you. So we'll take you round. Not just the world of sports. We'll tell you about the people in the sports and the sports in the people. Take you around locations and also tell you some beautiful things happening. My name is SOUQ, John Rogers SOUQ. And I will not stop this marketing until you take these bachelors off my hands. I have the most eligible bachelors in Lagos State, Nigeria. The producer is right now somewhere in the MCR. I'm talking about Kelvin. And we have one other person taking his place. Forget about he's still very young, but hey, he's also eligible bachelor. So, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and bigger ladies, please join me as I welcome eligible bachelors.
He's the most eligible bachelor here.
Is it that you take or we send it to somebody?
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Charlie Montero. It is a pleasure to be here on your screens, giving you as it hot. We will be dishing out sports and sports business as it is going down. My name is Charlie Montero, and with me is the most eligible bachelor here, Juvie.
All right. Thank God it's Friday. All right, what's up, people? It gives me such an incalculable pleasure. You know how it is, man. Well, I guess they are mistaken. I am not. I'm a friend of the most eligible. I'm not the most eligible bachelor. All right, thank you. You know how it is. We're starting from tennis. I told you guys the English media know how to trumpet their own, but I tell you, they will come to nothing because Raducanu, where is she now? She's gone. Never again, man. Maybe for another tournament. We'll take it from tennis and, we'll be talking the Olympics. Back to SOUQ, where you'll be mourning the English athletes.
Be nice. Be nice. Yes, now for those that are still wondering, we prefer and always talk about this on SOUQ Sports. Let the racket, let your action do the talking.
Okay, yeah.
And for everyone, I won't tell Juvie's line, but for everyone that was part of what he said, hey guys, please. There was too much news about Emma. Too much news. I at the point started wondering, is there something we don't know? First round, she's out. 6-2, 6-2. She wasn't beaten. She was thrashed by Argentine qualifier, Maria Lourdes. But the good thing is that, first round, she'll still get some money.
But I mean, her ranking is
Jeopardized.
I mean,
Don't mean anything. She was not in the first 10 in the first one.
But I won't stop giving the British media all the criticism because they are the ones that keep putting and mounting pressure on this player.
Pressure.
When they are always in the light of the masses, she's in front page almost every week, every edition that goes. She's
even with this outing, she still puts her out there and give her excuse for failing.
They just set her up for failure.
They
set her up for failure. I mean, look at the way they cut through her 6-2, 6-2. She didn't even win any sets. And I would just say it's the pressure. It's a lot of pressure. I mean,
no, I can understand with the English press. They don't have many players, so the only ones they have
to hype them.
Yes.
Okay, now talking about Rafael Nadal. Now it's more like missed bags of blessing. Now he came back after Barcelona and he won straight sets. He beat the 16-year-old Darwin Blanche. Now 16-year-old Darwin Blanche. Put that on record. That guy is going to win and beat some people one day. Now the beautiful thing about this set, he beat him 6-1, 6-0. That was not a beating. That was beyond traffic. So Darwin, don't worry. Your time will come.
I mean, he came against a legend, so he has to take his thrashing with every atom of pride, every atom of humility as well. I just accepted defeat. You can't come against Nadal and 16-year-olds. When was he 16-year-old?
He wasn't even born when Nadal was taking his first trophy and all. On the clay and
definitely wasn't born.
It wasn't born.
It would have been a major upset if he actually toppled Nadal in that fixture.
Okay. Now the funny side of the blessing is Second round, Nadal is meeting Alex de Minaur, the same guy that beat him at the Barcelona Open. So how is it going to be? Is it more like a revenge, retaliation, or we do it again?
Well, I feel he should learn from his mistakes. I mean, he's not an unfamiliar foe. He's a familiar foe, and I believe his team would have been able to analyze the previous match, work on what they did wrong, and look towards how they can improve and get the much desired win, the much desired outcome, which is for him to win actually. So I think they will sit down, go through the clips, and watch where they can improve, where Nadal, it needs to improve his game and what was it called? Work on the strength,
Okay.
and
Then Alex's team will keep quiet and be waiting for him.
No, but I just feel like Nadal is the underdog in this story because he has lost to him once. So coming back is more or less like just like I'm sorry to say Salah and Liverpool, Salah and Madrid saying he has a revenge. So I wouldn't want to call it a revenge. I will say it's how the game goes, and if he can.
Football Madrid team.
Well, I'm just trying to draw a
Okay.
comparison, but I feel he will take the lessons and get the victory.
Okay.
He should.
Yeah.
Luffy is smiling mischievous.
No, basically, I would like to see another beat this young man, but hey, age is beginning to. He was saying his body, the checks, and all that. So the young man is not really doing so much. He said, "Man, whatever happens here, at least he's having the Olympics." So
There's still French Open.
so he's happy about that. He's not doing so much about trying to prove a point again.
Yeah.
So we just enjoy himself and trash the young man. And let him trash this one. Let's get some money. His wife and
Did I hear you say trash?
let him trash.
Okay.
He's going to
Now,
trash.
talking about trash, there is no better way of starting your beautiful weekend than telling you that, yes, look, Littler, that particular young guy that came out November, December last year and caused an upset. Now, he has moved 5 points clear at the top of the Premier League darts table with a 6-2 demolition of Rob Cross. Now, he won night 13 in Liverpool. Now, for those that were wondering, Luke was looking unstoppable in the final, and he was leading the guy 5-0, 5 clear 0. The guy tried fighting back, and it ended at 5-2. So for Luke, we say congratulations.
Yeah.
And this is like his third win in the night of the Premiership. I will say congratulations. He is just 17.
Still,
So they are big years and
still difficult to
great
believe.
games ahead.
Still difficult to believe that he's just 17. I mean, going toe to toe with the big boys in the game is difficult, but he's shouldered it. He's worn it like a backpack, and he's riding with it. And it's lovely to see.
I'm just imagining what you were doing at 7.
Can you stop? I mean, I was trying.
Exactly, you were somewhere doing some great things. Now let's go to the NBA, talking about basketball. Now, for those that are unaware, Philadelphia 76ers center, that's Joel Embiid. He had a health crisis some days back. It's over 2 weeks now, and he still came out and he has said it directly. He is not going to quit, no matter what. And he had his best season game just this particular week where we are. And for those that are wondering, it's one of those very kind of strange illnesses where you have a kind of paralysis. It's called Bell palsy, and that gets to affect your face. A side of your face muscles just decide not to obey.
Yeah, I think what's his name? Justin Bieber had something
similar.
Well, thank God, man. Thank God he's doing well. It's a beautiful thing coming back, and like you're saying, the playoffs and all the conferences, the Eastern and Western, Lakers were trashed again. I mean, LeBron was there.
No, we just stick to
like NBA. I mean, the boys are not doing good. Lakers is not really doing good this
Are you
time.
Lakers fan?
No. I'm just like, he takes every opportunity to just throw shit at him. We're talking about at the big boys. You just like Juvie is a giant killer. I mean, let's focus on the story here.
You say giant killer. Giant killer have to have something
His mouth
that benefits him. So exactly. Okay, now congratulations to Philadelphia. They beat New York Knicks. They beat them, and that is like 3-0. Do you think New York Knicks have any opportunity of coming back in this playoff?
Well, you can. I mean, everything is possible. It's the game is. It's not robots that are being that's playing the game. It's humans. So human
Two
error
more
will play.
games.
Yeah, 2 more games in is enough time for them to recalibrate and re-strategize and
Mo,
come
what
back.
do you intend
Two
to
more
achieve?
games.
Ah,
To make matter of one more
one
game.
more
If
game.
they win the next one, there's no playing the remaining two.
There's this game of sport, and the reason why we love it is the unpredictability of the sport. So
I hope there is something to unpredict about this, man. You lost 3 already, man. I don't want to talk about the Lakers. Let's not talk about it.
Okay.
moving ahead.
We say we should move ahead.
Yep.
Now, good. Now, let's move ahead. Now, this particular clarion call is coming to all those Nigerian youths, all those Nigerian men, all those beautiful owners of clubs, hangouts, sports bars. And you have this particular thing called the snooker board in your place. And there are young, handsome ladies, young people that come there to play. And they are good. Snooker is a big time game. And people don't get to understand this. Snooker is a very, very big time game. And 7-time champion Ronnie O'Sullivan, he has still made it. He's just trying to play humble. That's all I get to see. He has emphasized that he can play till his 50s. He's just 47. And at the rate at which he's going, he's most likely going to win this particular crucible. So 2 more tournaments and he'll break another record because he's the oldest champion as we speak right now.
I mean, it's a good one. I like you were advising. I mean, pub and club owners and all that. There is the science to this thing, and there is the art to playing this thing. And I think a great deal of the time, Nigerians, I've seen people with talent. I mean, like Maxwell said, talent is just not enough. We need those trainings because these guys, when you see them play this thing, like
it's like algebra to me. It's like a lot of physics.
Everything there is. Yes, there's the physics to it. You need to check your wind. You need to know what this shot is going to bring eventually, and so everything is calculated.
Have you seen him play?
I mean, I've seen one or two of his.
I sat down and watched O'Sullivan. His compilation. He's absolutely amazing to watch.
I mean,
you don't know what he's cooking up. He sees it from a whole different point of view. He sees it from he sees it from a God stand. Let me put it like that, because he's 2-3 steps ahead of his opponent, and you see him take a shot and be like, wow. Wow! How did you come up?
There is the science to this thing. There is the art to it, and that's what we need to understudy in Africa. Beyond our physical strength, muscles, and all that, you can see that even our footballers, they don't seem to last long anymore. These guys take time to study the sciences, and they tell you when you do it this particular way. Because man, snooker, I played snooker, but not this thing. It's not close to this thing.
You played snooker.
Okay, snooker. Maybe I play snooker. Snooker.
I mean, big ups to him, really. I don't know if he will be able to, carry on till when he says he would, but it's looking like he will, because he's almost undisputed in the game.
7 already, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy.
7 crucibles outside other championship.
Yeah.
And we don't want to calculate how much he's making.
And that's another thing. And the fact that Saudi is starting to gain interest in.
Is it Saudi gaining interest, or Saudi has already poked?
Let's not talk about Saudi. People already retiring from the female b-ball stuff, going down to Saudi Arabia already. Why is Saudi coming in here again and all that? So I don't want to talk about that. There's the 32.
When they see opportunity, they go.
Real Madrid. I think Real Madrid or Barcelona right now trying to go to the US. Real Madrid trying to go to the US.
No, it's La Liga.
La Liga going to the US 2024, 2025. Like, what are you going to do there?
2025.
The money. Talk about the money, and it's going to mess up the game.
It's not going to mess up. It's promotion
from Spain to the US.
I mean, well, it's only new because it's new to us because it's the official.
Remind him of the NBA.
And also the NBA. They
coming to Africa.
Yes. They play
more of scouting than...
It's more promotion than anything.
Saudi is not promoting. Saudi is bringing money.
Come on.
How many Saudi boys play b-ball?
How many?
If we can trump them, we'll trump them.
How many Chinese men play basketball?
I mean, since Xiaomi or Xiaomi went down to... I mean, a good number of them are moving. But you can't tell
How
that
many
of the guys
Japanese
from the
players?
Middle East. How many of them play big
How many
ball?
of the year? But we don't.
Don't.
Is the
It's a
investments that they bring? It opens the
They
market.
buy up and they water down the game.
What they don't water down
They
the game.
control it. The same thing that,
Hold
yes, we'll talk about
Okay,
that
they
at the
control. They
Olympics.
control
Yeah,
the
they
game.
control it in
Well,
sense. So they're
it
changing
makes
the
it
beauty.
diversifies it. You know, you just
Money, they're not
once one person becomes an empire, like you just um take control of. When you talk about NBA, you condition your mind to just the USA. But why can't we take it down to the Middle East and show these people firsthand that this is
They've
what
been
the game.
watching it and it's
They
not
watch
their,
it. They,
it's
it's
not their
different from
game.
it's different
Their
from
game.
watching it on TV
India
and seeing it.
India
Look at the way
playing
they worship.
cricket.
Look at the way they worship Cristiano Ronaldo.
Have you seen the English Americans play cricket? They don't. They don't even
They
bother.
have baseball.
They play American football.
They have
Good
baseball.
for them.
Guys,
What's the
okay,
difference
guys,
between
guys,
baseball
guys.
and
This is sports business. So when the investor comes with his money,
you shut up?
Yeah, they shouldn't change the game. Like you see,
They're not changing the game. They're not changing the game. They're not changing the game.
Barcelona,
It's
Real
competition.
Madrid.
I believe that.
VAR is beginning to act up lately. You've seen those matches, right? VAR comes in.
Okay, let's
Like,
not go into
now,
that because that's
hold on,
different.
hold
I will
on,
argue
hold
that to my grave because
hold on, guys.
all
Let's
right,
focus.
all right,
Now let's go straight to F1.
all right.
For those
I'll get
that
you.
are still unaware, we've had a very beautiful two Grand Prix. China had no issue. It was headline. Australia nearly had no issue. It was headline. But now, before we head to the next particular Grand Prix, we're having issues. And this has just started. And before we know what is happening, it's still going to be this bad news. Leaving the sport and just focusing on things that should not matter. Now, we're talking about Adrian Newey from Red Bull, their top designer, one of the best in the industry. He has started talking about leaving Red Bull.
I think he's left already.
He hasn't-
Though
he hasn't.
officially, there is no statement to read, but from
Officially, he has
body
not
language,
submitted- he has
He
not
has not
submitted a
submitted.
resignation yet.
he has not submitted. But I mean, from what we've heard, other sources, like he's already left. I mean, his
He
spirit
still-
has left. His body is just moving around.
Did you see the spirit? Did you see the spirit by the junction?
Change is constant.
Taking you are moving.
Change is constant. Even
The young man is saying he's tired.
not
young. He's not young.
Yes, I mean, let's just say
He's in his
young.
60s, approaching 70.
67 years. I mean, he's tired of the internal conflict. I mean, it's not bringing
It's
beauty to
specific.
it. Yes, now
There is one particular one. It's not more. of the
yes,
internal
it's
conflict.
internal conflict and nobody's owing up. If you messed up, I messed up. Walk away from the sport.
Yeah,
Don't tarnish the image of the
Or
game.
that.
Let's enjoy the sport, and that's what we're saying. And so I think he's tired. Ferrari is.
Okay,
McLaren
before
is.
you start-
Everybody wants
buying
to.
and hanging and buying and taking over. Red Bull has come up with a statement and said they have not gotten any form of resignation yet,
Yeah.
and they are still very, very open to negotiate and renegotiate, which means Red Bull wants
him to.
down.
Come on, he has been there for almost 2 decades.
Yes, and also his contract ends in 2025, so you don't just wake up, pack up,
And drop a
it
serious
doesn't,
resignation.
it doesn't work that way.
They could negotiate as well and say, okay, take this percentage and let me just go.
Do you have shares in Red Bull?
Not Red Bull. No, I don't have the wings. I don't have the wings.
Okay. Now let's head down. Let's head down to boxing. For those that are wondering, remember there's this particular fight we're telling you about between Smith and the young man that will be happening June. So we've started having the wild cards, the direct identity of those that will be fighting in the wild cards. So hey, we'll be having English guy go against SOUQ, and who happens to be the European cruiserweight champion now. For those that are wondering, it's also, I think it's the 100th year of Sandholt Park, and they are celebrating it, which happens to be the Crystal Palace.
Hall.
Stadium is the home for the Crystal Palace. Now, for every other person, now this is what I want to say. Less trash talk, go to the ring and do the do.
Do the talking on the ring, in the ring rather. Yeah.
So we are looking forward to that particular fight. It's not that big money money kind of fight, but it's more of egos and some titles, although not too big, but
Not too big titles, but
Yeah,
bragging rights.
yeah, there's a lot of bragging rights and a lot of British media. Yes, that is what it is.
Yeah, the Brit.
I mean, if he's not out there, it is difficult to get sponsors. If you don't put him out there in the faces of these people, they will not attract those people that will sponsor him or push him to where he wants to be. They will not be able to sell tickets if they don't brandish him in our faces like that.
Okay, let's still talk about now. This is the side this kind of thing pain me. You can't have athletes go to championship, go to opens, go to different tournaments all through 3 years, and now when they are ready, preparing for the major tournament that comes every 4 years, the Olympics, and the person gets injured. It's painful.
It's very painful.
I know this is not going to come for the next 4 years, and you have to run, do whatever to qualify. Now we are talking this because of Jazmin lawyer. Sawyers, sorry, she's a long jump. She's a long jumper, and that same issue. Achilles heel.
Achilles heel. I mean, that's a rough one. That's a rough one. I mean, going through surgery, and that's her take off foot. Man, big ups to her really, because I don't know how it will feel after preparing, after qualifying, then you back out through injury. It's just sad. It's sad to see really, and for a young lady who wants to shine, who wants to build a career in this sport, and owing to the fact that the Olympics comes only 4 years, 4 years interval. I mean, she has to wait for another.
The competition is not here. It's not she has to wait. You know how many people are on the queue?
Yeah, but
maybe those that she beat to qualify.
I understand, but I'm just saying,
she's 29.
The time that it will take for her to get to her best again, then qualify and compete. Man, big ups to her. It's not easy. Emotionally, psychologically, it's going to take a toll on her.
Yeah, it's taken already.
Yeah.
The Summer Olympics. Hopefully, she gets something. The winter. But
get something out of what?
The Winter Olympics, which comes like 2 years after. Not the major one.
Not the major one. Yeah.
But at 29, 31.
You are calculating her age.
If she eventually qualifies, man, it's going to be a tough one.
It will. So, it will.
Just take heart, just rest, and support whoever is going in your place. I think that's all I'm going to say here. It's a painful one.
British media again.
And the Brits, they really don't have. Mo Farah is retired. They don't really have anybody again.
Who told you they don't have any?
They don't. The Brits don't. They don't.
Hold on.
They don't have any major player
at this moment.
Yeah,
they don't.
They do not have any major player, but they have.
They don't. They are all there. They don't.
Emma.
They have Emma. Yeah.
Okay, now let's
actually compete. No doubt.
Let's keep going. For those that are wondering, we are going straight to sports business because we need time to digest football. Then we get to Paris. Now, for Juventus FC, they've appointed 2 SOUQ agency as they intensify efforts to identify new brands to replace long-standing front shirt sponsor Jeep.
Jeep has been there a long time.
Jeep has been there for them for as long as I remember.
I think they just want more lucrative deals. They want more lucrative bids because I don't think, because of their financial crisis and the whole controversy that is associated with Juventus at the moment. So I think these guys are going to say they have the upper hand to negotiate. So Juventus want more money, and these ones are not willing because you're already in a mess. So either you still take what we are willing to offer, or you find someone else. And so I think they are looking for people that will bring more lucrative. But they just need to qualify for Champions League, of which they are in the running to, so they can be able to attract those guys that they want.
Groovy, can you send them the contact to your Saudi plug?
I will immediately after this. It's not just the Juve, it's the big boys that run the club that wants the extra buck. Because the guys are enjoying the football, but the people who get the real deal are not the everyday, the run on the mill guy. I mean, and not even the footballers are getting this.
But it's for the up.
It trickles down.
Yeah, it does, because
it's like Lazarus and the rich man.
They have to maintain
whatever you
the
get
business.
is just a fall off eventually, and it's not. Do your deals.
When you say fall off,
yes,
it's a cumulation of everything.
Yeah, but
from brand placement to stadium to media rights, everything.
It's the big boys, the less than 2% that still get this stuff.
Which is less than 2%.
Yes, those. Yeah, you know them already.
I don't.
They are the ones who get this stuff. Man.
Well, we also heard that a fraction of their board resigned, and we have Allegri running this thing solely. So I don't know what you're talking about.
And you just mentioned the name. Let's not mention other names.
Okay. Caveat. His name is Juvie. His surname is Ofiene. If you need him, we'll point to the office where you see him. Now, the future of professional tennis. We're talking about this not like 2-3 days ago, if you remember. Now, that particular structure and the commercial part of it, it's about taking some good decisions, and we are going to see some disruption, whether we like it or not. One side, the ATP, and also the WTA tours. On the other side, the Grand Slam. Now, why are we saying this? Investment from Saudi appears to have tipped, and the balance is in favor of the tours. What are we going to see likely? Now, for the ATP and the Grand Slams, they come with more points. And for the Grand Slams, we get to see the bigger boys play more.
Oh, yeah.
They majorly avoid a lot of the tours. And the ATPs. Majorly ATP 500s, you rarely see some of the big boys, except when they are trying to recuperate. There may be the ATP 1000. You get to see a whole lot of them. But at the Grand Slam, you see
Every big boy is.
Now, Saudi knows business. This is business.
I know.
And they are tilting towards...
No emotions, right?
No emotions. How do you see this playing out? Because we were asking ourselves, if you remember, we're talking about, okay, let golf emulate tennis.
Tennis, yeah.
Now, tennis is about going to see some issues.
I mean, people are beginning to complain about Saudi encroaching almost everywhere, making inroads.
They are not putting
everywhere.
They are just putting money down on the spots.
Yes, it's money, and I mean, not too many people could say, "Depart from me, you worker of iniquity." I know how to handle this.
Bring your head for prayer. Who's closer? Can somebody bring?
It's the money is tempting.
We'll only vote.
What they did to LIV right now, so we're going to tennis again.
No, but thank God they are not splitting it. They are not for players.
Yeah.
They are just investing in it.
Investment.
And if they invest in it, more of the bigger boys will want to play there.
That is what.
But the only issue
they're only making it lucrative.
Where is the point? Are they going to increase the point? With the money, will the point increase? I don't know if you understand.
I think when the games get, when the events get more prominent, once the bigger boys play those, I'll say lesser events, it gets prominent because now media will give it more coverage. A lot of other, paid televisions will gain interest into want to buy in a share into publicizing this. So a lot of things, go into the marketing, and it will become, the points will actually increase once they see that the overall market is now appreciating this what you say, the ATP 1000, the ATP 500, and the Grand Slam. Once they are starting to weigh in equilibrium, then you can say, okay, well, it's time for us to attribute these guys with what they did. I
also look at it from this other angle. The Grand Slams, US, London, Paris, Italy.
So one has to go to Saudi.
Now the tours scattered all over, both big, small countries. Some even in Africa.
Yeah.
Are you seeing any? Are you seeing beyond just the money? And control.
Yeah, control, prominence. They want to have their own.
We never can tell. It's all possibilities. We'll keep updating this.
But it makes sense. It makes sense if you look at it. I mean,
I don't want Saudi. Let them leave us alone. Invest, create your own stuff in the desert and do whatever you want to do with it. Leave us alone now. Just enjoy stuff.
Okay. Now, for everybody that enjoys La Liga, this is good. This is good news. La Liga has, they have at least 2 English language broadcasters going to be added to Sub-Saharan Africa for the next season. So, if you are subscribed to Star Times and the Tanzania-based Assam Media, yes, you heard me right. You have opportunities. It's all about sports business. So, they are telling you that we are increasing your ability to understand and be part of the game. So, hey.
They should start thinking of African local languages too. Nigeria is very big.
Yeah.
You could introduce Yoruba there, or Igbo.
Your local media.
Pidgin has been introduced already.
Pidgin is, do Yoruba first. Yoruba is larger than
Pidgin has been introduced.
Yoruba is larger than Pidgin now. Somehow. The population.
We're not calling you Jamaican. UV.
I think that's why they made it non-exclusive. Which means you can also partner with these guys and have someone like Wazobia do wrong commentary in your local dialect.
Okay, then for Chicago Bears, this is National Football League. They have unveiled $4.6 billion plan to build a dome stadium on the lakefront area. That's next to the current home. Stop shaking your head, Juvie.
No, it's the money. How they call it? The billions of dollars.
Billion.
I just
4.6 billion dollars.
Man, it's
That's like the budget of some countries, right?
I mean, some countries you have to join like 3-4 African countries. We don't have up to that.
They have investors. They have people that will invest in this thing. They will get it
Who
done.
is the we?
These African countries.
Juvie, we keep telling you here, sport is business. And for those that see it, they go there. So imagine if they are investing 4.6 in a stadium. A stadium is one. Imagine what the profit level that the forecast is giving them in years to come.
Years to come.
And
Investors will not put money on the table if they don't have returns at the end. So
I want to say congratulations to them for every single one of them. And to FIFA also now. FIFA has come out and they've confirmed a 4-year global sponsorship deal. So whether you like it or not, it's deal with Saudi Aramco.
Saudi.
Well, we'll get to it at the Olympics talk because this same thing started with the Olympics in the 1980s and all that. And people have been complaining with paying athletes rather than let's celebrate Zeus. I mean, Zeus, let's celebrate Zeus. And
when you see Zeus, you can celebrate. When you shake hands with Zeus, you can celebrate him. We will wish you well. I'll take pictures.
It's crazy.
Okay, now let's get to see what happened in the world of football. Charles is here. Can you start what happened on Monday?
Why Monday? Let's
we should start.
Let's start with yesterday.
Were you on Wednesday?
No, I wasn't.
So good. So just give us a snippet of what happened between Chelsea and Arsenal in your own views. They will now move forward to
The Giants of London came to the party and they trashed Chelsea. That is all it is. The Giants of London came to the party and they cut through the defense like hot knife through butter.
Chelsea hasn't got any defense. Chelsea is.
But you put players there.
They wear pants.
Excuse me.
We're running through their OPO anyhow.
So yes, allow me to make. That is the truth. They cut through Chelsea. Like I look at Disasi and I'm like, okay, not Disasi. Badiashile. I'm like, what is he doing? Half of the time he doesn't know where he is. He can't even read the game.
Falling like
he cannot read the game. I mean, an average defender should be able to read the game, know what is happening next, what is about to happen, where the player is about to go. They have a professional, they have a senior player in like of Thiago, and nobody is taking notes from this guy. Look at the ending part of that game when he came on. The defense was balanced.
Why did they bench him?
He played in the weekend. He played against Man City in the weekend. So I mean, he's old. He has to recuperate. I mean, he has family to take care of. The body does not respond to as it would. So
he has family to take care of.
He
collects that amount of money every week.
No, you have to just like Pep said. You have to take care of the player. You have to consider this player. Yeah. I mean, they can't play on Saturday and play on Monday. I mean, when is the time to recuperate? When it's time to heal? When is it time to rest? So this body is not a machine. We know what these things. Yeah, so I don't blame Chelsea.
We will play.
Yeah, football. We understand. But I like I said, Chelsea Arsenal is bigger than Chelsea at the moment. So it was no surprise. Although I did not expect a 5-0 thrashing. I just expected
9?
Like 2-0, 3-0. That would be humbling. Because at that day, no Chelsea fan said him. I was like, wow, it's quiet in the streets today. Humbling. And they already accept their places, and I know Juvie will be.
I heard even in some certain offices, every other person too was kind of was quiet. It's all good. Then the next day that happened to be on Tuesday.
Yeah.
It was the turn of Liverpool. What happened between Everton and Liverpool?
I think it was on Wednesday. Everton and Liverpool is just a case of Everton executing their game plan. You see the long balls. They have the height. They have the players to execute those kind of passes. I mean, we know Sean Dyche and his style of play is kick and follow, and he worked against Liverpool like charm. Salah was all over the place. He didn't know what he was. I can't even see in my head how many times Salah had a one-on-one chance with the defense and was able to do anything. He was kept quiet. I mean, big ups to Mikolenko, even though he went off injured at the end of the game, but his battle with Salah was indeed very impressive.
Salah season, this is his twilight zone. He's out. Salah is out.
Well, I
as
wouldn't
man.
completely
He
rule
should
him
be
out.
coming
I
down to
wouldn't.
Africa,
Yeah,
maybe
come
Enyimba.
on. I wouldn't
Juve be
completely
nice.
write
Be
Salah
nice.
off, but
No, I'm not writing, but you could see that he's hit that
yeah.
point already.
I think it's a
Remember,
mental thing.
there used to be a player called Nicolas Anelka.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Aneka had
Well, I don't know.
Aneka had his
You know,
process.
when results come out like this, a lot of fans start to look for where to put the blame. And ever since Klopp announced his desire to leave at the end of the season, you've seen that they've just gone from the high points down. You know, they've left the Europa League.
They didn't leave.
They
They were
tried.
beaten. They were
They
beaten.
collapsed out of the Europa League. They lost to
Ata.
Atlanta. They lost to what was it? They lost to Everton as well. So you see that is a lot of the only highlight of there is winning the Carabao Cup, and we just hope they don't raise their hands and say goodbye to club at the end of the season. They should raise trophies, and like as it seems now, they're out of the title race allegedly, but that's the way it is.
Okay, then let's now come back to yesterday or 2 days ago.
Yesterday,
Brighton, Man City.
a lot of people projected that game to be very tough for Brighton, but the first half was they blew Brighton away at home. They blew.
I told Kelvin it's just quite unfortunate that he's not on set. I mean, there are things I just said it. City is knocking all their games till the end.
Yeah,
So let's just forget this
they
conversation.
they should
I
because
told
it's City.
someone, sorry, I told someone to stake his salary. I don't do this before. I'm going to tell someone else again behind the camera, Chike, stake your own as well. Let me marry. Just want to ball this time.
But there's every possibility that it goes down to the final day. And
It's
if it
not
does,
going to a final.
if it
2
does,
matches, we are all done. We'll be pumping it like we're already done at German
which side
Bundesliga.
of the divide are you?
We call it Adawa. I'm neither here nor there.
Then you
You just
shouldn't
enjoy.
speak. You don't. Your credibility is questionable.
Objective, because I'm already telling you how this thing is
Where-
going to
where-
end.
okay,
My
now,
emotion is not
Follow
involved here.
your objectivity. What happened to Crystal Palace in the last 2 weeks?
Well, Mateta stood up and he wants to be counted, and he is. 3 games in 3 matches. Sorry, 4 goals in 3 matches, and Mateta is just rising to the occasion, and he's meting
Is
out.
he looking forward
He's meting
to
out
June,
judgment.
July?
Obviously, he's looking up to the Euros, and I don't know how that will favor him, given the people he has to compete with to get in there. But I feel he's making a statement, and truth be told, he's stepping up and he's competing.
Okay. If you say he's competing, now let's get to see what the table looks like. This is the side Juve doesn't like, but Juve, you will see it. This is the Premier League table. So Juve, can you help us? Can you run us?
Someone is sitting on someone else's.
Can you
chair.
just run us through
Yes,
names
yeah,
and,
we've all seen it. Arsenal is
what?
is there still sitting pretty at number 1.
Okay.
City eventually is coming back.
Okay.
It's only Liverpool that it's definitely is out of the.
They are still in the
bargain.
fight. They are still in the
They are
fight.
not. There is nothing that is happening again. And they just
City has an outstanding, and
Is
I
it
mean,
possible?
City
Is it
is
possible
good.
for Tottenham to unseat Villa?
yeah, it's very possible given that they have 2 games outstanding.
It's
I hope you know
I
the
mean,
two games. City is involved. Arsenal is involved.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Tottenham is very, very much involved in the title decider. So it depends on Tottenham. Arsenal have to go and say, oh, not London. Do me a favor and let's get this one. Let's bring the trophy back.
Tottenham is that club that you can't even. They are unpredictable.
Very unpredictable.
When you
They
expect
started
them
the
to
season.
perform,
To think that
They started the season on top.
they started the season on top and they were unbeaten for like 5-6 games into the season. I was like, okay, maybe Pochettino has something that Pochettino didn't. Maybe he has something that Conte didn't. He has something that Mourinho didn't. And now he's showing us that it's just the same Tottenham. Maybe there are powers that be that Tottenham that just.
I think it's
Before
more
we leave
psychological.
football, Leicester City.
Yeah,
One more match.
One
and
more
they're
match.
back.
Yep. Kudos to them. I wouldn't like for them to go into the playoffs after that kind of performance. I think they were on an 18 games unbeaten run. They consistently coming up with the results for a spell, and I just saw them collapse 3 weeks ago, and now they are back. I mean, thrashing Southampton 5-0 was just like a big statement that, okay, we're not letting this one sleep. You guys should go and sleep. We have this in the bag. So yeah, I guess it's nice. It's nice to see them coming back.
Well, that's a problem. If you're coming into Premiership and you have a winning streak, then you start to act up again. Premiership will not have mercy on you because
that's
big boys are going to knock
But
you.
they are big boys.
Yeah,
too.
they are big, and they have. No, don't say that. They have
just- they just-
financial crisis.
They got stuff.
Financial crisis.
They just went down. They just went down.
I
last
mean,
season.
I just hope their case will not be like Norwich and which club that keeps coming and going each season. Well, I feel like
Wigan and the
no,
rest
not
of
even
them.
Wigan. Like there's this club that comes in and goes every season, and they've not been able to come back. Norwich is the club.
Okay, now we are going on a break. When we return, we'll go to Paris. Okay, from the studio, we will hit Paris. Okay, from the studio, we'll talk about the Olympics in Paris. Anyhow you say it, we'll go to Paris.
We're
Don't
flying
go
to Paris.
anywhere. Paris is coming.
Keep on calling on the road to Paris, down in Paris 2024. Here we come. What's up, people? It gives me such an enormous pleasure. I am your boy, you know how it is. I am Juvi Ufiene, and we'll be talking the Olympics. Yeah, I told you earlier on, it's about Zeus, it's about the ceremony, it's about celebrating excellence, and not just about big boys coming to make money off what we just want to celebrate the gods. We want to celebrate the gods. And so since 1896, when we started in the city of Athens, Greece, and until the last one, it's been fun. People have been commercializing the stuff, and it's been a major problem. So we'll just tell you about the road to Paris and the Olympics, what it used to look like, the TV participation. Yeah, the number of Olympic game TV viewers worldwide from 2002 till like 2020. All right. In 2002, Salt Lake City, there was 2.1 billion television viewers. So calculate that by the money that came with it. 2.1. All right. In the Winter Olympics in Athens 2004, we got 3.9 billion viewers, TV viewers. So just imagine it in your head. 3.9. And we're not playing, just imagine, even if it was 1 naira, 1 naira or 1 cedis across the globe, 3.9. I mean, that's Turin 2006, we got some 3.1 billion. 2008 Beijing Olympic, which was very overwhelming, 4.4 billion viewers on TV. Now, just imagine it at the top of your head, how much those guys were paying. Because if you had, let's say, 70,000 viewing time on TV and you could not watch consistently. So when you pay to watch and subscription, adverts, now, man, this Olympics is it's huge, and there's this argument that's been playing. Some said over the Olympics has been overly commercialized, and it's beginning to water down the essence of celebrating our athletes' excellence. Like everybody's preparing for the Olympics, the Nigerian Falcons will be at the Olympics and all that, and so imagine when you begin to commercialize everything. So like I said earlier, some 2% of the people make all the money and they give a meager something, £50,000, dollars. How much is that, man? To what these big boys will make, the big corporation, yes, what they are going to make. All right, let's live up and see the number of viewers. In 2010, Vancouver, Canada, it was like 3.5 billion people that viewed. 2012, London. That was the third time they were organizing the stuff. It was 3.6 billion viewers across the globe. And in 2014, it was 3.5 billion people. And if you forward down to like 2020 Olympics, it was 3.05 billion people who viewed that Olympic. I mean, so I'm just thinking somewhere in my head, imagine the cities that are organizing these, regardless of what the economy is saying, inflation and all that. Imagine the money that will come to every organization that decide to take partnership in organizing this four-year event. And you have the best of athletes. You have more than 200 nations participating at the Olympics. And finally, not all the continents have been able to organize the edition. Let's take, for instance, Europe had to organize it 30 times, Americas 13 times, Asia 8 times, Oceania 2 editions, and South America just had one in 2016, Rio de Janeiro Olympics. But Africa and the rest of us, man, Africa has had a World Cup. We were able to try. Our sister nation, South Africa, we allowed them to do it in do the World Cup. But hey, I've been thinking, what has stopped us? Can we do one? If one nation can't do it, can 3, 4, 5 African countries come to? Yes, now. I mean, the budget is crazy. The billions of dollars, man. Cote d'Ivoire is still reeling from what they did just a few months ago. I don't know if they've recovered yet, but hey, that's just it. And people are, so we'll take it back to the studio, and guys, we'll just talk. Do you think the Olympics is losing its essence with these adverts? And we don't know how much do nations get? Who gets this money? I mean, imagine 4.4 billion people watching your advert play for like at least 2 weeks.
Okay, you call it commercialization.
Yes.
I call it business. And there is absolutely nothing wrong with it. That is what
But the essence of the Olympics wasn't...
The essence of the Olympics is to get there and compete. Go on the track, go on the field, go on the race horses, go on the field.
Excellence.
Whatever you want to do, be the best at it. Yeah. Make friends, make money, get the medal, go home. If you don't make friends, if you don't get the medal or make money, get the network and go home. Come back better. Countries also do a whole lot of diplomatic runs within that particular period. Mind you, it's not just athletes that go. Diplomats also go. So you see a whole lot of things happen. Now, when it comes to the business of it, every federation, every participating federation gets money. That part you might not know.
Yeah, they get something.
Participating federation gets money from the international
and the bidding as well. I mean, these are the arguments. People had argued that the bidding, like sometimes money changes, exchanges, and
who are those arguing? Juvie, on this show, we don't.
Yeah, I know we're not speculating.
We don't throw this kind of comment.
We're not speculating, but it's out there. Rumor has it that.
Who's rumor?
I mean, already we have for 2028 already. I mean, it's already settled.
Of course, it's
and none of it is coming to Africa so far.
Has Africa bidded?
We have. Yes, I guess we bidded.
Charles, has Africa bidded?
I've not seen it.
When you bid, you drop your proposal on the table. The LOC, IOC, and every one of them, they sit, they look at it. You come and you compete with other people that are bidding. You show, why should we host it? What do we have to show that we can host it? How much can we drop?
We do.
What do we think we can make profit of?
No. I'm saying maybe 2 nations can decide to organize it. Yeah, I mean, the World Cup 3, the next World Cup, 3 nations will host it.
There's a whole lot.
Mexico, they are very close.
Yes, we are sister nation with Ghana. And you can cross from Ghana to...
Okay, you're speaking as, okay, I want Africa to go.
Yes, let also make some money, man. The money is crazy.
It's not about making money.
Let's make
The question you should not ask yourself, the tournaments some African countries have organized, did they come out to declare profit after those tournaments?
Just like the AFCON, I'm still waiting to see.
London Olympics, they were reeling of debt after the 2012.
Because of it was subsidized, owing to inflation and the rest.
Yes, the same thing that is still happening now. So even if we have debt...
So because somebody is indebted because of organizing an event, Africa should go the same route.
Let's
spend money we don't have.
Part of the money.
If you cannot do it.
But we can. Africa, we've grown.
Who is we? Thank you very much. This particular argument, we will not stop here in the studio. We will continue. And when we go back on Monday, we'll still continue on this. Mind you, Paris is a continuous countdown till the day the Olympics starts, and maybe you will see us if you come to Paris, and we will transmit live from Paris.
Yeah.
for
Bonjour.
everyone out there-
Bonjour.
Bon who?
Bonjour.
For everyone out there, we say thank you.
Bonjour.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Juvi. Thank you very much, Charles. Remember, we'll keep saying this. Whatever your product and services are, bring it to SOUQ News and the world will hear about you. My name is Chooks. Charles is here. Juvi is here. And we are signing out to do this again on Monday. Be nice this weekend. Be nice. Bye.
Man City be nice. Man City be nice. It's Charlie Montero.
Au revoir. Au revoir. I'm already in the spirit. Au revoir. Obrigado. Obrigado.